The corridors of the crystalline palace glowed with a cold, blue light, reflecting off the high, angled walls like 1,000 tiny stars. Every footstep echoed like a warning. Outside the palace gates, an unfamiliar silence hung over the alien city of Zithera, a city known across the galaxy for its rigid laws and ruthless nobility. Captain Joran Tal walked cautiously, his boots clinking softly against the polished floor. His human instincts screamed that danger lurked nearby, but curiosity and a mission he didn't fully understand pushed him forward. He had traveled light years across space to deliver a message to the Zitheran nobility, but now, faced with the palace itself, he realized how little he actually knew about their customs. Then, the doors ahead swung open with a hiss, and she appeared. Lady Viral, the alien noblewoman. Her presence was commanding, almost blinding. She towered above him on spindly, elegant legs, her skin a shimmering violet with patterns that seemed to move when she breathed. Her eyes, sharp and intelligent, fixed on Joran as though she could see every secret he'd ever held. "Enter, or be banished," she said, her voice like ice against glass. There was no warmth, only a forceful insistence that made Joran's heart race. Her words were simple but carried weight that could crush empires. Joran swallowed hard, stepping forward. He knew refusal was not an option. Rumors spoke of Zitheran exile, a fate worse than death in a world that thrived on political intrigue and lethal challenges. One misstep could end his life here, and yet the curiosity in him burned brighter than fear. As he entered, the room around him shifted. It was enormous, circular, with walls that seemed alive, moving slightly as if breathing. Holographic images floated in the air, maps of star systems, portraits of alien dignitaries, and glowing symbols he couldn't decipher. Lady Viral gestured with her elongated hand, her fingers delicate yet deadly. "You dare come here uninvited," she demanded, her voice rising like a storm. "Do you think you understand what is at stake?" Joran lifted his hands in peace. "I come with a message, a warning, Lady Viral. My people," his voice faltered slightly under the intensity of her gaze. "We mean no disrespect." Viral's eyes narrowed. She leaned closer, and for a moment, Joran felt as though she could reach into his mind and read his deepest fears. Then, unexpectedly, she laughed, a sound that was sharp and musical at the same time. "Warnings," she said, circling him slowly. "Humans, always bringing warnings. You speak of respect, yet you walk into my palace without knowing the rules. Do you think respect is earned through words alone?" Joran's pulse quickened. He tried to speak, but his tongue seemed frozen. Then, a sudden metallic sound rang out. The floor beneath them shifted, revealing a shallow pit. It glowed ominously, casting strange shadows across Viral's angular features. "This is the trial of truth," she said, her voice echoing off the walls. "Step wrong, lie once, and you will vanish into the void beneath. One lie, and you are banished forever." Joran's mind raced. He knew of Zitheran trials, of their merciless ways, but nothing had prepared him for this. The pit wasn't just punishment, it was a test, a way to read one's soul, or at least that's what the legends said. "Step forward," Viral commanded. Her tone left no room for hesitation. Swallowing his fear, Joran did as he was told. The floor beneath him hummed, vibrating as if testing his every heartbeat. I speak only the truth," he said, his voice steady despite the trembling in his chest. Viral's eyes gleamed. "Truth, humans, you think you understand truth, but you speak so easily. Every being has layers, masks, lies hidden even from themselves. Are you ready to face yours?" Before he could answer, the holograms around them shimmered and shifted. Images of Joran's past flashed in the air, scenes of mistakes, missed chances, the people he failed, the battles he lost. He gasped. The trial was showing him to her, but also to himself. "You see," Viral said softly, almost gently this time, "honor and courage are tested not by threats, but by what you hide in your heart." Joran felt a weight pressing on him, not physical, but emotional. Every doubt, every fear he had buried for years now stood exposed. But he did not step back. He squared his shoulders, looking directly into her alien eyes. "I accept it. Every truth, every mistake. I face them all." Viral studied him silently. The tension was almost unbearable. The glowing pit seemed to quiet, the room stilling. Then she extended a hand toward him. "You survive," she said finally. "Not because you are strong, not because you are clever, but because you dared to face yourself. Many would falter here, but you might have potential." Joran exhaled, relief flooding him, but he did not lower his guard. He knew survival was just the first step. "What now?" he asked. Viral's gaze softened, just slightly. "Now, you learn." She gestured, and a small device floated toward him, spinning slowly in the air. "This contains knowledge forbidden to outsiders. Study it well. Fail to understand, and banishment will still follow. Do you accept this burden?" I accept," Joran said. His voice was firm, his determination renewed. "Good," Viral said, stepping back. "But know this, human, Zithara is not kind to weakness. You will be tested, watched, challenged. One false move, and all you hold dear will crumble. Enter the world of knowledge, but beware, knowledge is as sharp as a blade, and just as dangerous." Joran reached for the floating device, feeling its hum of alien power. In that instant, he realized that his mission had changed. No longer was he just a messenger, he was now part of a world far beyond human understanding, a world where survival demanded courage, wisdom, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Viral watched him with a mixture of curiosity and approval. "Do not fail me, human," she warned. "Enter or be banished. The choice was yours. You chose to enter. Let us see if you are worthy." And with that, the room shifted again. Walls of light and energy rearranged themselves, creating a labyrinth of corridors, each leading to tests he could not yet imagine. Joran's heart raced, but he walked forward, determined. Every step into the unknown was a step toward understanding, survival, and perhaps, a fragile alliance between human and Zitharan. Somewhere deep within, he felt the stirrings of respect, not just for Viral, but for a civilization that demanded more than courage, more than loyalty, more than words. It demanded truth. And he would give it, or be banished forever. The palace doors closed behind him, a cold, final echo marking the beginning of a journey that would test him to his limits. Somewhere beyond, Lady Viral smiled faintly. The trial had begun.